The WOW tune-up or inspection, making the list. The WOW tune-up or inspection is another opportunity to differentiate yourself from the competition. On a tune-up, you should expect to be there at least 75 to 90 minutes, and you should do the things that the other guys don't do. Here are some tips. First, take things apart. If it's an HVAC call, take the top completely off the outdoor unit. A little secret I've found is that the harder something is to take apart, the more likely it is that no one's ever done it, and the more likely you are to find something that needs attention. Another tip for you HVAC guys out there, take the blower out. I've pulled blowers that I thought were totally fine, just to look different, only to find out that the wheel was way dirtier than I thought. But pulling the blower takes time, Gene, and I might have 7 calls stacked up after this one. Hear me out on this one. The reason you have 7 more calls is because your average invoice is too low, and your boss needs you to run 8 calls that day to turn a profit. Increase your average ticket to $1,000 to $1,500, and I promise your boss will get off your back. Guys that have high average tickets get the best calls, and they can almost make their own schedule. I promise you, if you maintain an average ticket of $1,000 to $1,500, your boss will agree to 3 calls a day, and you'll be able to demand weekends off if you want them. He or she with the highest average ticket can almost always make his or her own schedule. Getting back to the tune-up, take the top completely off of the unit. Clean the system from top to bottom. Use a foaming detergent if necessary. Check your refrigerant pressures. Look for clogged filter dryers. Check the electrical components and the electrical connections. Look for motors that have overheated and inspect the system for corrosion. We're also going to want to look for missing safety items like time delays, surge arresters, corrosion inhibitors, and compressor savers. The goal here is to make a list, one that we will prioritize. Now, there will be some things on this list that are mandatory, some things on the list that will need to be done in the near future, and then there will be some things on the list that would just be really nice to have. Now look, these lists can get big. I'm talking $3,000, $5,000, even upwards of $20,000, but that's okay. Don't get nervous about how big the list gets. It's just a list. And I'm going to show you exactly how to present a $3,000 or $5,000 or even $20,000 list. Next, it's time to check out the air handler or furnace. Again, we're doing some light cleaning here, looking for weak electrical components, heat exchangers, loose connections, taking temperature splits, blower speeds, static pressures, and looking for duct sizing. Hey, if you don't know about duct sizing and static pressures, you better get your game on, cuz you're leaving money on the table, and lots of it. The average tech or salesperson in this industry can double his or her annual income just by learning about proper duct sizing and duct leakage. Plus, it'll improve your confidence. You'll feel bulletproof. What else are we looking for? Well, do they have good filtration? Did you know that you can spend $7,000 just on filtration for one heating and air conditioning system, folks? How about this? Is there any mold or biological growth in the system? I said mold. I heard you weren't supposed to say the word mold. Personally, I'm not afraid of the word. I know what mold looks like. What's someone going to do? Sue me? That being said, the way I run a call, the customer always says it's mold for me. Then I just provide their solution. So, do you get it? We want to look everything over, make one list, and not be concerned with what it costs to make the place fit for royalty. And then we let our customers decide what they want and what they don't. Presenting a $20,000 list to a client might sound a little scary at first, but just remember, don't be a little sissy. Up next, the dressed rehearsal. See you on the next episode. Hey, tired of low closing ratios? Want to make more money? Check out leadninjasystem.com for more.